Hey guys, my name is Dean. Welcome to Manful Yoga. In this very quick video, I'm going to show you a 3-minute hip mobility routine you can use anytime throughout the day. You can do it multiple times per day if you want, and this is going to help relieve back pain, improve your hip mobility, and also strengthen your knees and your hips. So you don't need any equipment for this, and you can do this on any sort of floor. You can do it on the hardwood floor, on a carpet, or on a yoga mat. This involves 4 poses. First one we're going to do is kind of a modified or a seated lunge. So I'm going to have you start off in a cross-legged position, like so, and then one leg at a time. Let's do the left leg first. You're going to grab the left ankle, the front of the left ankle, and kind of just open up that hip. So we're kind of doing the same thing you would do for a lunge in terms of your hip flexors, but instead of standing up and doing it, we're just on the ground doing this. So this isn't quite as demanding. It also makes it a little bit easier to relax. You can do it as far as your other arm goes. You can maybe rest it on the floor, on your forearm. You can rest your hand down, whatever feels comfortable for you. And then you're going to hold this for 30 to 60 seconds. This is going to stretch your hip flexors. And then we're going to switch sides, do the other side. So now bringing my right heel in toward my butt, grabbing the top of the ankle, and then working on opening up this hip. So I'm not just pulling my heel in toward my butt. I actually want to get my knee away from my left ankle here. So I want to bring that knee back so I'm actually opening up this hip. If it's difficult for you to flex your knee, so if it's difficult to bend your knee a lot, then don't bend your knee as much. You can work on pushing your foot further away. And again, 30 to 60 seconds there as well. From here, you're going into a seated position. Bring your right leg out in front of you, cross your left leg over, and hug your left knee in toward your chest. Your goal here is to feel a stretch through the outer left hip while keeping your chest upright. So I want to make sure that my lower back isn't poking out like this. I'm doing my best to stay upright here. I'm using the muscles in my hips to help stay upright. So you should feel your thighs and your hips working. Your pelvic floor muscles should be working to help hold you up. And then switching sides. So left leg comes out, cross your right leg over, sit up nice and tall. And then again, hugging in your right knee, turning the face toward the right, feeling the stretch through the right hip and through your glute. Again, I want to stay up nice and tall as I can here, so that way I'm working on a little bit of hip strength and core strength as I'm doing this, and that's going to help with relieving back pain. Just make sure that your back isn't going out behind you like this, so it might take a little bit of attention to detail to make sure you're staying upright. And then from here, take it into a seated butterfly. So you're going to press the soles of your feet together. Work on getting your heels back toward your groin. So I kind of like to, if you can see what I'm doing right now, I kind of like to rock back and forth so that I'm sitting forward onto my hips instead of sitting back onto my butt. And then from here, you can work on pressing your knees down toward the floor and lifting your chest upright. It might help you to grab onto your ankles. That way you don't have to, maybe you don't have to round your back as much. So it's up to you. But I would add a little bit of an active element here. So squeezing your knees toward the ground, keeping your core tight, pulling your belly button up and in, and then sitting as upright as you can. And again, this one is also 30 to 60 seconds. And then your final stretch here is moving to a seated V. So you're going to bring your legs out in a V. Again, I want you to make sure you're sitting forward onto your hips. This might be difficult at first. So if you can't quite do that, you're going to bend your knees and then sit forward. And then hinging at your hips, you want to keep your chest upright. So I'm not bringing my chest to the ground. I want to keep my back as flat as I can. And if you're tight here, you probably already feel a stretch in the inner thighs. But if you want to make this more challenging, again, keeping your back flat, hinge forward, or straighten your legs until you feel a stretch. And we do want to have active legs. So your hip flexors, your core, and your thighs should be working as you stretch the inner thighs and your hamstrings. And that one is also 30 to 60 seconds. And that's it. So that's a really simple routine you can do while you're at home. You can do it on the carpet. You can do it while you're watching TV. Super simple, but it's going to help improve the health of your knees and your back, and you're just going to feel better as a result. And that's it. So I hope you liked the video. You can do this routine every day if you want to, maybe at the beginning of the day and at the end of the day. Super simple. And as long as you continue to be mindful and try to get a little bit better. Try to develop a little bit of muscular awareness. So trying to notice things that you didn't the day before. You'll get more mobile and you'll improve in this over time. If you like this video, again, make sure to like it, comment, share. Make sure to follow. I'm on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. What I do is called Man Flow Yoga. And if you want to learn more and you want to get training programs and access to my online members area, head on over to manflowyoga.com and learn more about that. Thanks for watching. Again, I hope you found this video useful, and I'll see you on the next one.